Eyes on President Donald Trump today as he delivers his first State of the Union address. Good evening, I'm Antonio Sanchez. Moments ago, President Trump wrapped up his almost 1 hour and a half speech. He called for unity and bipartisan support on paid family leave. And after Trump's speech, the Democrats gave the response. Representative Joseph Kennedy III said the great American city was built on immigrants. Kennedy showed support on young immigrants by telling them in Spanish Democrats will fight for them and will not walk away. And new tonight, Larry Nassar, the former U.S. gymnastics doctor, is back in court. He's to face 65 more victims in the sexual abuse cases against him. This will be his third criminal sentencing. Now, last week, Nassar was sentenced up to 175 years in prison for decades of sexual abuse. Developing right now, a 12-year-old girl remains behind bars after a shooting at a Los Angeles middle school earlier today. 5 people are injured, 2 of them with significant wounds. Police say the girl isn't being identified because she's a minor. And from coast to coast, the flu season is in full swing this winter. The Centers for Disease Control reports at least 30 children have died from influenza. As the flu season peaks, the toll is expected to rise. And we're days away from the 52nd edition of the Super Bowl, a match between the Philadelphia Eagles against the New England Patriots. And Justin Timberlake is going to take the stage for the Super Bowl halftime. Now, the big question is if he's bringing on any big musicians. And speaking about weather, the groundhog has spoken. 6 more weeks of winter. This morning, Phil saw his shadow. And this I-25 guardrail is no stranger to these accidents. There was one here last month, and that has prompted authorities to launch Lights for Life campaign. Construction at this site off Petranca Road is halted. Earlier today, there was an incident where a 19-year-old female employee died in a freak accident. Traffic is back to normal here on West Loop 1604 at Bandera. Earlier today, a car rolled over several times. Residents at this motel are throwing things they don't need in this dumpster and also trying to get their belongings out before tomorrow 9 a.m. because that's when they're turning all utilities off. He was caught using his cell phone to take pictures of women's skirts at this store, and now he's only facing misdemeanor charges. That's right, and there have been 11 fatal crashes resulting in 15 deaths in 2014 alone compared to 0 same time in 2013. And this I-25 guardrail is no stranger to these accidents. There was one here last month, and that has prompted authorities to launch Lights for Life campaign. The memorial on Highway 85 at Weld County Road 48 is the evidence that remains of the fatal crash that took the lives of 3 members of the Martinez family by a suspected drunk driver with 7 prior DUI. That driver also died in the crash. 4 deaths in one crash. One Weld County resident says speed is a problem on county roads due to the lack of patrols.
One of the things we've noticed is there's not much observance of the speed limit, especially on Highway 85. People seem to drive whatever speed they want.
Whatever the cause of the fatality may be, state, local, and county authorities are concerned about the increase and want to bring awareness to motorists through Lights for Lives campaign.
Which signifies everyone who's not in a priority call to pull their patrol car over safely to the side of the road and activate their lights for 1 minute. Those time frames are when there's been a major crash or a fatality on our roadways. We want to signify to people to be more vigilant.
The campaign times will be scheduled during heavy traffic times, morning, day, and evening commute hours. Any additional times will be determined by future traffic fatalities. The city of Eaton is one of many participating in the Lights for Lives to bring awareness and protect people on the roadways in the county.
Pay attention to what you're doing, put down the electronic devices, and arrive alive and stay safe. And pay attention to the task at hand when you're behind the wheel of an automobile.
Tim Bueller is a concerned resident. Before he hits a road, he is vigilant.
Keep my eyes open. Definitely. Keep my eyes open and slow down.
Now back out live. This campaign is 2 weeks long and it tries to bring awareness to residents to be vigilant. It also tells residents to turn out their vehicle lights when in the road. Reporting live from Weld County, Antonio Sanchez, 7 News.